Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I have a Middle Eastern haul video. I've got 5 fragrances here. I believe they're all fairly recent releases in the last 12 months or so. They're certainly new to me. I picked these up in the last couple of weeks. So this will be my mostly my first impressions with these fragrances. I've had a chance to play around with them a little bit. So if you'd like to hear what I think of them, please keep watching. I want to start with one of my absolute favorites from this haul, and this is Essence of Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. I know this will be a familiar fragrance to a lot of you, particularly Casablanca. Oh, hello, Patsy. Particularly Casablanca. Interestingly, Casablanca wasn't available in Australia for the longest time, so I never tried it. And by the time Casablanca got here, this one, Essence of Casablanca, was also available. So I just thought, I'm going to get this one because I heard it was potentially a little smoother than the original Casablanca. As I say, I absolutely love this. It's glorious. It's what I call a light-wearing, gourmand-leaning fragrance. It is very, very similar to my nose to Ebha by Razazi, which was very like caramel, that kind of fragrance, but fairly thin. It's light-wearing. This is similar. This also has some beautiful fruits at the top, grape and apple, and you do get those here, and they provide a wonderful balance to the sweet amber. I noticed in Essence of Casablanca, praline is not listed, and it's, I believe, my understanding, one of the main notes in the original Casablanca. So that's not included in the note listing for Essence of Casablanca. And maybe that makes it a little more refined somehow. To me, this is a sweet amber fragrance. So the amber has a fair bit of vanilla in it to my nose, with those wonderful apple and grape at the top. There is a freshness to this. It's not weighed down by sweetness. The longevity, and I've worn this, as you can see, I've only had it for a week or two, but I have been wearing it. The longevity on this one is really good. I'm getting at this stage, and presumably it'll get better as it sits, but even now I'm getting 6 hours from this with light to moderate projection. Very enjoyable. I don't get sick of it. This is about as rich as I need in a gourmand-leaning fragrance. Highly recommend. That is Essence of Casablanca by Swiss Arabian. Eternal Musk by PCorner. Lovely. This is so lovely. It is a feminine floral musk. I also pick up a little bit of fruit in it and some kind of fruity nuance as it dries down. And as it dries down even further, there are woods in the base which give it a wonderful longevity. The main thing I would say about Eternal Musk, and I'll put some here, is it's light wearing. The scent bubble is very small. It's perfect for situations where you don't want your fragrance to be dominant. One of the reasons I picked this up is I love Kayali Musk 12, and my bottle of that is getting low and it seems to be out of production. So I'm on the lookout for that kind of feminine, floral, easy reach musk, and this might well be it. It lasts a surprisingly long time. I put this on, went to bed, and I could still smell it the next day, which is kind of remarkable 8 hours later for something as light as this. It does get woodier as it dries down, and I think this is going to develop very nicely as it sits for a while. Really impressed with this light, pretty, feminine musk, Eternal Musk by PCorner. This has received an enormous amount of hype, I think, in FragCom. This is Le Prestige Royale by Khadlaj. It is meant to be inspired by Hibiscus Mahajad by Maison. So far, I'm disappointed with this, guys, mainly because it is super fleeting, super fleeting. It is some kind of impression of the Maison Crivelli in terms of what you smell. I've got a 5 ml decant of hibiscus mahajat. So, won't be a second. There we go. I got wafts of a beautiful rose in here, a really quick waft, then it went away. My first impressions of this is that it's very fleeting, both on the tester strip and on skin. I'm noticing today it's a little improved over a week ago, like the tester strip, I'm getting more from it than I did a week ago. Honestly, when I first sprayed this, it vanished from skin and the strip very quickly. So I'm really keen to see how this comes together as it sits for a while. I'm going to give it at least a month, and then I will come back and do a proper comparison with hibiscus mahajat. Yeah, I'm hopeful. I want this to be really good. I want this to be really good. You do get that brightness that, yeah, it's like a bright fruitiness that is also in the original. And as I say, there's a lovely rose in here that peeks in and out. It's got some sharp edges though, so I will be watching this one with interest. That's Patsy. That's Le Prestige Royale by Khadlaj. From Maison Alhambra, So Candid, which is meant to be inspired by So Scandal by Jean-Paul Gaultier. This surprised me because when I first sprayed it, I didn't really like it, but I came back to the tester strip and I didn't read what I'd written on it. I just picked up the tester strip a couple of days later and I said, oh, this is nice. I wonder which this is. And it was this one. So those of you that are familiar with So Scandal by JPG, it is the one that is raspberry and tuberose and has a milk note in it. And it's really quite amazing. It's very, very sweet. This one definitely does well with the raspberry. I don't get any lactonic vibes out of this at all. And to me, the florals in here are not particularly distinct. I think I sprayed this on the back of my hand earlier. But it is pretty and it's early days. I would say in the air, so this is So Candid. In the air, So Candid is a little similar to So Scandal. When you put your nose up like this, it's too easy to pick the differences, especially with the florals. But I actually really like it in somewhat warmer weather, springtime especially. I could see myself wearing this, particularly on the weekend. It's flirtatious, it's pretty. That is So Candid by Maison Alhambra. The next one is Emeer by Lattafa. This is my kind of fragrance. It's strong. I would describe it as aromatic and woody predominantly, but it opens with a lot of citrus, bergamot and lemon. And you do get that, but it's aromatic. And I mean, I have looked at the notes and you've got sage, you've got juniper berries that give it a real aromatic quality. I wouldn't pick those out in particular. It's very invigorating, and I believe it's based on a Clive Christian fragrance called Town and Country. I've not smelled that. But gosh, it's good. It's good. In warmer weather, not necessarily hot weather, but in warmer weather, I think this would be magic because it sticks around. I tried it out last week and it just stays on the skin. I think it's got some beast mode projection and also some amazing longevity. Oh, there's something very comforting about a good aromatic fragrance, and this combines the citrus with the aromatics, and there's woods in the base. Those of you that generally like Lattafa fragrances with that distinctive woodiness in the base, that's what you get from this. I don't get oud. It's more, I think there's sandalwood in here, but also something like cedar. This one's worth checking out. The bottle is so interesting because the glass bottle is encased with this beautiful, beautiful mesh, golden toned mesh, reflects the light beautifully. But I guess the bottles, by the by, Emeer. I can't wait to wear this more and really get back to you about what I think about it. But it's delicious. It's something a bit different. You have to like an aromatic fragrance for this one, but it's good. It's grown up. Definitely unisex. Anyone could wear this, absolutely. So that is Emeer by Lattafa. What did you think? And have you picked up any of these? Or what are some of the recent Middle Eastern ones that you've picked up and are working your way through? I definitely feel it's a whole area in itself, isn't it? Particularly because we end up having to blind buy them, by and large. And so it's a bit of a magical mystery tour once you get them, especially waiting for them to develop properly. But the two that, well, there's actually three. There's three here that are fantastic. Essence of Casablanca, beautiful. Very much like Ebha by Razazi, but this one is more projecting and longer lasting, and it's a bit more complex. Beautiful though. Then Eternal Musk by PCorner. Lovely, light, but long-wearing musk fragrance. And this mysterious, wonderful, outdoorsy, aromatic fragrance, Emeer by Lattafa. I think this is the one, I don't know if you can tell from how I responded to it, that probably really lights my fire the most. So I want to be able to wear this more. I think it will project off the skin better when it's warmer weather. But there we go. Thanks for being with me for the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.